Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your second reading of the day. While we're accomplishing so many things, so many miracles, plowing through the obstacles of life, we are renewing ourselves or giving ourselves a brand new life purpose. And that's what we looked at this morning, this regenerative thing that's happening in the world. I always felt like when both these cards this morning came out, I felt like this is you growing, and there's the moon's reflection, the moon energy, right? It's reflecting. You see reflections all over the place, creating all kinds of illusion. But the truth of it is that's still a tree, that's still a moon, and you are growing. While I feel the rest of the world is regenerating. We're going through intense cycles, intense shifts on the planet. So it's reminding you that you have been here before. You have felt like a square peg in a round hole, probably most of your life, feeling that somehow you were just a little bit, off the mark when it came to other people. But I'm feeling right now, Pisces, that you are looking around in the world and thinking, wow. Now it's even more apparent than before. This moon energy that's coming in is making me feel that you are connecting to the energy of the moon, probably even more than you've ever done before. You are going into the natural ebb and flow of life. The one thing that we always, I don't really talk about, is that the moon has cycles, just like life. Right? So it's there to help you, to guide you. It's important to pay attention to it. And it says, if you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. It is definitely possible for you, Pisces. So we're going to look at that today. And we're looking at how the past has been affecting you. This is, of course, the Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay. And I'm going to be picking from the Magic of Unicorns. We have fairies and unicorns this week in the second reading. Ooh, it did a whole bunch of pirouettes, but nothing came out. Remember that the moon is also associated with psychic abilities. I love this. This is Spiritual Warrior. And it's 37. Again, the 10 is coming through. We had it this morning with this. The regeneration 46 is 10. This is show you are a wise leader and command the universe. There you go. So take the lead in your own life. This message is absolutely sure. Through the entire week, it has been coming in. This idea of you being a spiritual warrior, of having been there before, and that's what makes you so strong. That is what makes you capable of dealing with anything that's coming. Okay? When you are a spiritual warrior, you are strong, courageous, and wise, and that's probably the best word that I could use here, because you have felt like the odd person out a lot of your life. That makes you wise to maybe what the rest of the world is feeling completely a little bit out of sorts, right? Nobody's fitting in, everybody's trying to fit their agenda, and nothing is working, right? You use your power to protect the weak and vulnerable. You are honest and honorable so that people trust you and are loyal to you. You are emotionally mature because your masculine and feminine qualities are in equilibrium. So gentleness is balanced with decisiveness, compassion with firmness, and serenity with action. You are a natural leader with authority, charisma, and grace, and you empower others to do their best. And that is all really you can do, Pisces, okay? You live your best life, you take great decisions, and with balance and gentleness, you are showing people how to live, okay? It says you're being called to look within and see that you have the qualities of a spiritual warrior. Stand in your power with wisdom, and your unicorn is alerting you that choosing this means that the universe will bring forward an opportunity for you to show your mettle. So be prepared. At this level of spiritual development, you no longer make requests, for you are a leader who commands. So be clear and firm about what you want and where you're going. Know that legions of angels, unicorns, and light beings await your orders. Command these forces of the universe to align behind your intentions, and they will support you. The unicorns will light up your visions and pour higher blessings over you. You are a force for good. Be one who enables humanity to make a jump shift into the new golden age. And that's it. Like, that's what I feel. I feel that your knowledge is making you somewhat of like, and I hate to use the word guru, but in a way a wise one. Let's use a wise one in these troubled times. Remember, you have a very great spiritual connection. You know how to go with the ebb and flow, especially when things don't make sense. And that's happened a lot in the past, right? You had to put up with people or situations or conditioning, and you had to move around these things and figure things out. Not everything's been handed to you. Not everything's been easy. It's made you very strong, a very warrior-like. So while the world is going through growing pains of this rebirth and regeneration, you're finding your focus and life purpose. And that is what you need. So let's see what the cards have to say here, Pisces. I'm using the Spacious Tarot. Ooh. You have the Empress that's coming out first. And the Two Pentacles, that's what I'm talking about. The adaptation, the juggling, right? We've already done this. We already know how to do this, Pisces. We're very good. We've done it season over season over season. Because you see all the different seasons through this beautiful infinity hoop. You have the Child of Pentacles. That's been coming in a lot. And the High Priestess to accommodate with the moon, right? The moon cycle and the water cycles coming in. You are a psychic high priestess or high priest, whatever case you may be. The Child of Pentacles is somebody who sees things in a very new way. So you may feel as well right now like somebody who can mentor people, who can show them how to take something old and make it new. Remember this week I was talking about when the tower crumbles or when the glasses break. You turn it into a mosaic. You find new tools to work with. And I feel that this new thing that you're doing, it's also going to help others around you see that they can make the best of things. We forget that as a society, because in the last little while, the past generations have been shown things easier, like things have been easier for them, you know. They don't have to go through the manual of certain things. It's, in other words, example, when you looked up a meaning way back when in my day, you had to go in an encyclopedia. You didn't have Google at your hand. You had to ask somebody. You had to check your info. You didn't just click a phone on and check it out and then sometimes get false information. You really had to do the nitty-gritty work of certain things. You had to go through growing pains. And I feel that this generation now, they haven't had these growing pains. So they're facing it now, probably older, where it hurts a lot more. And it's like a child in infancy, but you're getting grown adults going through it. Or at least that's what they appear to be. But in a way, they're not. So, creativity is important. They're going to have to search for answers when we were younger, Pisces. This is how we got creative, because the answers weren't always handed to us. Sometimes if they said, build a structure, you didn't have anything to do except but look at the piece of wood, the nails and the hammer and go, all right, How do I do this? And observe others doing it, ask others how to do it, maybe look at structures to see how they were put together. We had to be problem solvers. Problem solvers are great for people who need to use their imaginations. It fuels all of that, right? It makes you juggle. This is how your past helped you. Well, this new generation didn't always have that. So it's up to us, this generation, who maybe have made it too easy. I know with my children I have for certain things, to help them grow, to have that wisdom, that intuition, to help them out, to help them regenerate, okay? And give them a life purpose. You are a spiritual warrior, but you must also be a life warrior. Somebody who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge. Four of Swords. Yeah, look at that. The Devil. Okay, and again, cards falling on the ground. Don't worry, it's carpet. It's nice, a nice soft landing. Guardian of Wands. And this is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so I feel this is to revitalize. I said can't see the forest for the trees, Pisces, and I feel that this Devil card is that. Even here, it seems like you're blocked. It almost has the Eight of Swords feeling, but you're not. There is, if you keep on walking, you'll see the gaps are bigger and bigger. You can actually get out of this restrictive dark forest. Okay, so I love this Four of Swords with healing, with restoration, with regeneration. After a time, you can guide people out of this darkness. With enthusiasm, with optimism, with vibrancy. And people start being confident. This could be yourself. This could be people in your life that you're seeing. You know, Pisces, this could even be you. Because you have this wisdom. This is what you are able to do. This is what you're able to create every single day of your life. The moon's at the bottom of the deck again. It really wants to be part of this reading. Yeah, a reconnection. The Explorer of Swords. There's the Queen of Swords. I love that the Queen of Swords has shown up in this reading, and there's that Rebirth of that card. I love that the Queen of Swords has shown back up in this reading, because I always associate with the Queen of Swords somebody who has been through so much in life, okay? Somebody who has seen a lot, who has been through hurt and pain, and growing pains galore, things that feel that have felt terrible, things that have had to be overcome. You see, these types of situations that we go through, they give us the gumption and the spirit to get through things. It gives us the strength to get through things and not to give up. To tell stories of, oh, I remember when things were really bad. But then, you know, I didn't give up. I just kind of kept going, and I put one foot in front of the other and found the answers that I needed. And this feels very much like that energy. Like I said, the past right now is going to serve you so much more than you will ever know. Some people don't have past. Their past problems are not real problems. And it's problems to them, but they're not, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about, let's put it into perspective. Being hungry in your life, not having food to eat, that's a problem, okay? That's something you overcome. That's surviving. That's finding situations and places and a way to survive. This is a real problem. You know, when you've been without email for a week or stuff like that's a problem. It's an inconvenience. But people blow things out of proportion, calling them problems. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's perspective, right? We're talking about people who have had to really, really dig down deep and find real solutions to big, life-changing things. To change and shift the perspective of your life and the world around you. We're not talking about breaking nails, okay? So this is this kind of thing. But sometimes, like I said, the world of today, some people, the younger folks, unfortunately, some of them don't know these kind of problems. Not especially in a first world, not a third world. I'm talking about first world problems here, right? And things get blown out of proportion. And there's sometimes a lack of creativity because of that, because everything is handed or easier. And we've always wanted, I know as a mother, I speak for the generation after me, I've always wanted my children to have it a lot easier than I have had it. However, I think that sometimes by doing such things, we've created a generation that hasn't had to kind of break out of the egg like the bird, right? The bird's got to peck its way out to survive, to live. I think that some of us have like broken the egg. And now we're seeing a lot of that going on. They're trying to find their voice. They're trying to find their way. And you are here to find your way. But you're also here to help, right? We're all on the same planet. And if we don't learn to understand each other, it's going to make it tremendously difficult to just carry on the way we have. So, I know I went on a rant, a little bit of a, I don't know. I just, like I said, I feel a little bit like I needed to add something here. I'm not casting stones or judging anybody. The world is as it is. I'm just saying right here, Pisces, you have an advantage. And that advantage should be to help teach the next generation or the generation before you or 2 generations before you, or after you, I should say, not before you, after you. I know I said before you, but anyway, after you, to help them, to guide them, to be there for them, right? What they say, protect anybody smaller than you. I think that applies here. Help anybody smaller than you, okay? Help them up, help them on, help them move forward. Show them how they can adapt. Show them how they can create. Show them new alternative ways of building things. Show them how they can use their intuition. And do it for yourself. Because while you're showing somebody else, you're also refreshing it for yourself. You're doing it for yourself as well. You remind yourself the very best parts of being an adaptive, intuitive human being on this planet. How it can serve you in times of sadness or feeling like you don't belong. I hope this has helped you, Pisces. It's kind of weird, but it's okay. I'm going to leave it as is. Sometimes I redo this because I feel too far gone. I haven't done that in a long time, but today I thought about it for a minute, but no, I'm going to leave this as is. I've been watching and seeing too many things, and I keep trying to get away from things, but it feels like Spirit keeps putting it in my face because they want me to talk about all of this. So I'm doing it as kindly as I can, and with a great big heart, hoping that the world finds tolerance and a middle ground somehow. And I don't want you to lose your way. Keep on track. Keep changing. Keep flying, you beautiful phoenix. You are being reborn in a stronger, beautiful self that has been in the making. And that's the important part. You need to remember. You have gotten all the components through time, even the components you thought were hindering, that felt out of touch with yourself at some point. It's been helping you find your way out of the darkness, out of the woods, Pisces, into rebirth. Such beautiful cards. All right, Pisces, I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. I'm stopping this here. Tomorrow, we're going to look at the magic of who you are, Pisces. I can't wait. All week, we've been very profound in everything that's been coming in. And I can feel it. I still feel peaceful, though, Pisces. I feel peaceful within the self. I'm sending it to you. I hope that you walk in peace and beauty. And love, light, and blessings. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.